Alright, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD1111 class for the fall 2020 semester at Rankin, I've been going through a series of video presentations based on the textbook for the class, that book being Get Programming with Node.js by Jonathan Wexler, a Manning publication. Now, I've been going through where they asked us to come in and make a bunch of changes here, and I couldn't see anything that was different between mine and the one that was in the book. I even tried copying in the one that was in the book, and what I saw then was I was getting, in both cases, I got an error right there on line 16. And I'm not sure what the problem was. Alright. And then I looked ahead, and the author said when files on the computer are being read, they could be corrupt, etc. Run the file. I did all that, but when I went to localhost 3000, I don't know if it's still running or not. Let's try it again. Notice I'm getting an error right here on main.js, line 16, I think that's column 13, but I'm not even sure. So when I go and type in node main, okay, it's started and it's listening, but when I go in here and I type in localhost colon 3000, the site cannot be reached. So I'm hoping this is an error that's going to, for lack of better words, kind of work its way out. I'm getting the same error message here. And it appears it doesn't like that curly brace being there. But looking at the next example, it's still there. The difference is now in the next example, we're going to actually come in and check for an error condition. I don't know if that's going to fix things or not. The author says if you don't see it, make sure the files are in the correct folders and don't forget to spell check. Well, like I said, I'm having problems with his code. In the next example, you serve only files in the URL of the request. If someone visits and puts in the wrong URL, your code grabs the request URL and appends it to views to create one string, views sample.html. Routes designed this way can look for files dynamically based on user requests. Try rewriting your server to look like the code in 6.3, which takes up most of page 63. Create a new getViewURL function to take the request URL and interpolate it into the file's path. If someone visits the /index path, for example, it should return views index.html. Next, replace the hard-coded file name in fs.read file with the results from this call to get viewer URL. So we're making this, more interactive, for lack of better words. If the file doesn't exist, the command will fail, responding with an error message in a not found file. If there is no error, you pass the data on to the client. So, as we've been doing, let's come in here and up at the top, oops, try that again. So again, we're dynamically building that, for lack of better words. Also, just so you know, I added bracket pair colorization by going in on here, and I don't know if this makes it better or worse to have those colorizing in there, but I put it in there anyway. So let's go down to here. And this is changing quite a bit right here, so let's put in and incorporate these changes. Now we're going to come in and say if error res.writeHead status not found. Else res.write data res.end I want this if statement out of here. Rewritten all of that. I think that's correct. We've talked about string interpolation already. I don't think that that's going to be a big thing. It says now we should be able to put in just index, and it should find views/index. Warning, you'll need to handle any and all errors that may occur as requests come in, because there will likely be requests made for files that don't exist, either because you spelled them wrong, they've been removed, whatever it happens to be. Now, my guess is that when I come in here, close this. Okay. Why it's not closing, but it's not closing. All right. Let's do a file, save all. Leave everything is right in there, so. Well, that's what I was going to check to make sure it was. Searches, extensions, go back to there. Serve HTML, I'm in main, that's where I should be. Okay. So. Well, it already has a problem with what's on line 2. Should be a semicolon here. And what that's doing there. Still telling me it can't be reached. My guess is I'll get the same mistake here. As it says here, localhost refused to connect. Let's try this. Let's try grabbing again. Just grabbing the author's code here. Stop it. Good golly. I don't know why it's giving me line numbers. I was able to do that okay before. So I'm going to try just grabbing the author's code, and I'm going to go back to in here. Not there. I'm going to go here. I'm going to comment out this entire bit of code. Every last bit of it. And then I'm going to try to put the author's code down below. Alright, do a file save. Go back to here. Clear. Node main. Wow. You know, again, I'm getting errors in his code. See, I think the reason we're getting this is I removed the stuff that was up here originally. The require. Okay. So I'm going to try to grab just this. Bring that back. Just like that. Alright, and we will try this again. Right. Well, getting something. We're getting file not found. Alright. What if we try it and don't put anything there? Same thing. We are getting further. We're not getting an error message now, but it's not finding the mapping that we're doing right here. So this should be going to the views folder. And I think we've already seen that we have that. Views folder, and underneath views, we've got main.html. Ah, it's not index, it's main. Let's check that out. Welcome. Hey, that's where we should be. Alright, so I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to pick it up on the bottom of page 63 in the text. I'm still not sure why the author had an error in his earlier text. I'll try to hunt that down, see if we can figure out why. So we should be able to access that. So what did we get? We got welcome. Don't even know if that's what we were supposed to be getting there or not, but yes, it was. So that is that welcome that we got right there. Show you this before I stop this lecture. Is from right there. How about changing this to you? Oops. How about welcome? You have reached our home page. Alright, then I'm going to come back, I'm going to stop the run right here. Start the run again, whoops. And I'm going to go back and see if it's got my updated text in there. There you go. Okay, so we're looking pretty good now as far as I know. Pick it up on page 63 in just a couple minutes.